It starts up front. You've heard it, I've heard it. Football coaches across the region probably have that phrase memorized better than their own phone number. That's why this next story will be music to their ears. For more than 2 decades, Valley City State has been hosting their annual Line of Scrimmage camp for high schoolers, a 2-day event for the tough guys in the trenches. We checked out the camp this year to find out why it continues to be such a hit. Pads popping in July for a purpose and with pride.
The battle and the game is won on the line of scrimmage. If you don't win the line of scrimmage, you lose the game.
In its 24th year, Valley City State's Line of Scrimmage camp has become a staple for high school linemen in the region to hone their skills.
Kind of a dream thing that Coach Fuchs and I started. Coach Scott Fuchs was with us for a couple of years, and we said, hey, we're going to start the camp. If we get 30 kids, we'll be happy. We end up with like 70, 75 that year, and it's kind of taken off since then.
Like a wide receiver, a defensive back, or quarterback, those guys can go and practice those skills in 7-on-7, some skeleton pass. They can go in the backyard and do some of those things. For a lineman, it's really hard to practice those skills in the backyard. So you know, having opportunities like this to come in and work on your skills and improve those things, I think it's great.
Getting one-on-ones if you after a rep, if you weren't doing something right or if you were taking the drill the wrong way, they would come up and tell you how to do it, and then I could show them what I learned from them telling me that in those one-on-ones.
Probably got, you know, one coach here for every 6 players. You know, and that's kind of the ratio we're searching for all the time too. So they're getting coached throughout the camp, not just standing in lines. And
you'll spot countless different North Dakota high school lids on the field, including the program that's generated some of the top line units in recent history, the back-to-back state champs from Bismarck Century. Last year's senior class was headlined by Andrew Langgang, who's moved on to Kansas State in the Big 12. This year, the top lineman prospect is another Patriot in 6-foot, 270-pound Lucas Schweigert.
I usually do the math, and when we have, you know, more than 10 guys that go to Valley City Line Scrimmage Camp, we usually have a pretty good offensive line.
Even though I've been here a couple of years, done most of these drills and stuff before, it's just great to get out here with all the other linemen, and this is where you start building the connections with those guys.
The grand finale to camp comes in the form of competition, the Battle of Baghdad and the towel pull.
The Battle of Baghdad is, you know, 3 guys on this side, 3 guys on this side, and they're trying to score points offensively in a 10-yard square. They got the defensive guys got to go through 2 offensive linemen to get to the running back.
There'll be some emotions that start flying out on the field here, and gets a little competitive, but hey, that's what it's about, I guess. So
it's a 3-man tug of war. Pulling on a towel, and the first guy to touch their cone while holding onto the towel, you know, wins that. So it's really just a battle of, hey, who wants it more? And
it's always just great competition. You just get fired up, and you get to compete against all the other guys that are working their butts off too.
A worthwhile reminder to all you skill position guys, treat those linemen